Hello guys, it is Black Silk here. I've been trying to do this video, haven't got the time to do so. However, we have a solo PvE build. I'm gonna show you why do I use it. You can change. There's a lot of flexible spots if you want to use, the beam build. This one's more easy towards newer players. So yeah, let's talk about that, right? Let me put the stat sheet over here. So we have over 2,000 maximum magicka. Recovery, we have 27k. So we have all into magicka. We got the Shadow of the Stone, and we are a Khajiit. This by far is an easy build. It's all towards attacking and healing. Well, you do attack and heal at the same time. And you have a damage shield. You can actually change this build completely. I tried Templar with Necro, and it works just as fine. However, this is by far, and we're using the ice cream. You can you can use this one, or you can use like the tri-staff, however you want. We need that the actual magical recovery. We are low on health. You can actually increase. You can play around with it and then increase the health. Other than that, we should be good. So we're gonna start with the gear. But here is a 1 bar, so it has Oaken Soul. You can use this without Oaken Soul. It's just you won't get as much buffs as Oaken Soul will give you. You can actually use, instead of lightning staff, you can actually use dual wield, sword board, two-handed, bow, doesn't matter. Try all of them. Well, not all of them, but I've tried the dual wield. It works just better because it has more damage. We have the lightning staff. You can either use imprecise or infused, or even Nurhole if you want to have more weapon and spell damage, right? But this is my sweet spot because I kind of want to have a little bit of damage shield. So, sorry, I'm drinking something. I mean, not drink, water. So we have Ice Heart as our. You actually use this, both of them, and not use the mythic, so you can have at least the damage shield, but you just don't need it. So we're using Order's Wrath. We're using all of it. We're using only crafted sets, so it makes it easier for newer players to get this, to get their hands on this build. We can go with Order's Wrath. We're using Divines. If you want to have the most spell penetration and all stuff, you want to go all light, but since you're doing, a really solo build, then I suggest just using like a mixture of medium, light, and heavy. It's all up to you. I have mostly is light, since I want to have that crit rating up. So we have Order's Wrath, and then we have Typeborn as our second set. What it does is increase your direct damage done to monsters. So this one can actually change this if you want to use something like punching strikes, the jabs, the magic jab that gives you health back. You can actually use Deadly Strike for this. So you have Deadly Strike, you can use it because it increases damage over time. And then while yes, you have that, you can actually use the Blast Bone, the other morph that gives you increase damage over time channel ability, because it is considered a channel attack. However, I don't know what happens, but it for me, it does more damage when I jab with deadly arms. Just letting you know. Deadly and the Blast Bones. And we're using Oaken Soul. You can see we're using all Divines. And we're actually using Bloodthirsty, Infused, and Bloodthirsty. You can actually use all three. Bloodthirsty, you only need that extra. You don't need that Infused, to be honest with you. Now, we're going for skills. I'm going to tell you why, and I can tell you which skills can be changeable. So, we got Animal Companion, Storm Calling, and Herald of the Tome. You can actually change this all together. Just make sure, just when you realize that crit search is a really main component, but if you don't want to use, crit search, Herald of the Tome, since, everybody's beaming and all stuff, you can actually change it to, like I said, Atrix Spear for punching sweeps, and you can actually get Spirit Shards, and Luminous Shards. You can actually activate your own synergy, so you can get both stamina and magicka, which helps with the sustain. And then these are really good, and you can actually put either Necromancer or Siphoning. I know people will be like, wait, what? Increases your sustain, and you gain ultimate whenever you drink a potion, and you can use Siphoning Strikes. So this one, all damage that you do. So basically what it means is that every ability that you do damage counts towards, so if you do Punching Strikes, you get heals from that, and then you get heals from this. And then if you're not using, Herald of the Tome, you can go with Siphoning Strikes, you can go Punching Strikes, Shard, and then Scorch, which is Dip Fissure. And that can be a good line skill to run. And then we're using recuperated treaties, so you get more. You can go for the other morph that does more frequency damage, but I want the little resources. We got crit search for the crit damage. We got this magical banner, so I got the one that increases magical damage. So you can see he only does 2800, and then whenever I buff it up, it increases 3k. And I'm using the one, you can actually change this to the one that explodes, so you can do more AoE. But since you're using Pragmatic Fate Carver, it really doesn't matter. We have the heals for 1242 health every 2 seconds, and Minor Berserk, but you actually don't need anything from this. We're using Carver for their damage shield. Just make sure that you have the 3 Crocs, and then you get damage shield. Writhing Room Blades, and then we got Guardian's Wrath. You can actually use the other one. You can use the one that does hemorrhage damage, but yeah. So champion points. So I'm here between, like, I'm still figuring it out, but I have Fighting Finesse, Deadly Aim, Reaving Blows, On-Time Aggression, my Red Bastion, which increases your effectiveness of damage shields. We got this one, which is pretty, a lot of people gonna ask me, what the fuck is that? It actually increases your health recovery. We're not gonna be using as much of the bear, because the bear is there just to do, his own damage, right? You don't have to use the ultimate every single time, but just be cautious if you use it. This actually helps a lot in survivability. I've seen my health go from 3k to 21k in a matter of a second, because crit search applies, then we have the banner, then we have the direct damage done. Direct damage, if you did not know, this skill right here is considered direct damage, so if it does a lot of damage, now you can get health back really good. Like I don't have healthy order, that's why, right? But we have rejuvenation, which increases your magical stamina and health recovery, and balance vitality. You can actually change this to, I think you can go for peace of mind or sustain by suffering. But to be honest, you don't need that much magical recovery. So rotation. So just make sure crit search up all times. So every 30 seconds you want to reapply this, and every 25 seconds you want to reapply this skill right here. If you don't have scribing yet, I suggest using New Betty. Or if you need, you know, situationals, there's a lot of situation, right? You can use, say for example, you can use Guard. Wait, which one is, yeah, this one here. Revealing Flare, this one right here increases your, it has major protection, so it reduces your damage. But since we're using Oaken, so we don't need that, to be honest. But yeah, so like I said, if you want to change this build outright, you can use Pitcher thing on Templar at Punching Strikes is your pet spammable, Spear Shards, and the LB instead of using the, you know, instead of using the beam, and then just go Nightblade and then Siphoning, and use Siphoning Strikes. This one is situational because it, yes, does do damage, but if you're out of stam or mag, using this one is a little tricky. But since you're using, you know, since you're doing all that damage, and trust me, the bear does damage as well. So when he swipes, it's direct damage too, if you didn't know. So anyway, so go ahead, scribing. This should be the build. I know I have different, but this is my, it has been working. I'm probably gonna do the Templar one later on, so you'll see how it works. I have to level it up, that's why I haven't done it. I have to level up this one to level 30. So yeah. All right, so let's start with it. You don't need, like I said, you don't even need Oaken Soul. If you don't have Oaken Soul, you might lose some buffs. So if you don't have Oaken Soul, right, you can actually go Falcon Swiftness, or the one that gives you Major Berserk over here, and you can actually use Crit Surge. If you don't have Arcanist, just go Templar. Just go Templar. So let me go put this back. I'm gonna show you how to do this. So rotation, pretty standard. Hopefully they haven't killed the boss yet. So we're gonna show this boss right here, right? It's really easy, a really easy boss, but it's a really good demonstration of how this build can work. So buff Mega Banner, this one and this one. Now just do damage. You see that? You see it does damage. And the bear, you can actually have a companion if you feel like you cannot tank it, so you can have a companion and a bear. I'm just showing the rotation, so you just get 1, 2, 3, and then one, 2, 3. Rebuff yourself. Heavy attack if you need to. 1, 2, 3. One, 2. That's it. That's basically the build. I've showed it a little bit so you guys can see what the potential is. It is really easy to finish world bosses, and since with the new scaling, of course I will change it. I better die fast though. I might, yeah, you might want to change ultimate if you want to, but to be honest, I like the bear, and it's my main class, Warden. Usually my main class is DK, which I have a build when the new update comes out. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will probably post the new build, this same build, but the different iteration I just told you, like the Templar Nightblade thing. However, enjoy the video, guys. Hopefully, I'm probably gonna post another build video eventually. especially a Sorc. It's gonna be a sorcerer, like a full pet build. It's gonna be really fun, I'm telling you. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, subscribe, and yeah, turn on notifications. It's been a while that I've made a video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the build. Just tell me a feedback, what things you should do with this build. If you want me to finish Maelstrom Arena, Patron Hollow with this build, let me know. I'm probably gonna do a video about it. See you guys.